Hi students, my name is Sakesh Shetty from AJ Engineering College. Today again we'll discuss about one more the important components of hydrological cycle, that is transpiration. So we'll discuss about transpiration. What do you mean by transpiration? Transpiration is a vaporization of liquid water contained in the plant tissues and vapor removed to the atmosphere. Since most of the land surface is covered by vegetation, then the accordingly transpiration varies. Crops predominantly lost their water through stomata. We can see that this is cell structures within the leaf. This is called a stomata. These are small openings we can see. Uh, uh, Small openings from the plant leaves to passes the water vapor or gases passes uh, tiny fraction used between the plants, and nearly all uh, these are small openings on the plant leaf through which gases and water vapor passes. Transpiration depends on the energy supply, vapor pressure gradient, and wind, soil water content, and the ability of the soil to conduct water to the roots, and crop characteristic, environmental aspects, and cultivation practices. Actually, most of the transpiration takes place during the daytime. 90% of daily transpiration occurs during daylight hours. And now we can say that on most of the very difficult transpiration and evaporation. So, uh, we can call it evapotranspiration. Soil moisture lies between the limits of wilting point and field coverage. There is no effect on transpiration. Transpiration is concerned. Certain equipment is called a phytometer, a device for measuring the transpiration, and plants considered. As I mentioned, very difficult to separate evaporation and transpiration. That is a combination of evaporation and that is called evapotranspiration. Evaporation and transpiration occur simultaneously, and there is no easy way to distinguish between the two processes. As far as the plant concerned, water taken through the roots, and some of the water taking place evaporation, and some of the water is going evaporation and transpiration. Some of the important definition of the evapotranspiration concerned, one is potential evapotranspiration, and is called PT, and rate it is water available removed from the red soil and plant surface, and expressed per unit area, equivalent depth of water area. And PET is the measure of potential evapotranspiration, measure ability of atmosphere to remove water from the surface through process of evaporation and transpiration, assuming no control of the water supply. And then another important definition is actually evapotranspiration. This is the quantity of water actually removed from the surface due to the process. This is a transpiration related definition. We just see that one. And also we estimate the evapotranspiration, various equation. mm, Crop water is required potential evapotranspiration minus actual evapotranspiration. Crop transpiration is equal to actual evapotranspiration divided by potential evapotranspiration. Then various theoretical method is there. Blaney-Creedle is there. Penman is there. Monetech method is there. Empirical method is there, and field method is there. Lysimus is there. Field method we can measure, and field methods we can say that field plots and soil moisture definition studies. And an analytical method is there. Energy or water budget method that we discussed about that one, and that's estimation of for a transpiration. One of the common method is the Blaney-Creedle method. That is assumption is mean monthly temperatures, hours, provide rough estimate for extreme climate condition. Method is inaccurate. It depends upon the weather, wind, dry or sunny areas. We here reference crop evapotranspiration is obtained by P into 0.46 T mean plus 8, where P is the mean daily temperatures, and daily percentage, and daily time hours as per the particular location controls contents, and T means daily temperature. This is equation we can use depending on and depend on the condition of the area. Now we can After all these losses, next step is surface runoff taking place. It's a part of the precipitation during or immediate after the storm event, and this is the part of precipitation which during and immediately after storm event appears as flowing water in the drainage network of a watershed. Result from direct movement of water over the surface of watershed, precipitation in excess of obstruction, demand, or emergence of soil water into waterways. Surface runoff occurs when the rate of precipitation exceeds the rate of infiltration. This is one of the essential condition. Number of factors is there, controlling factors is there. It decides the surface runoff. One is climatic factors like precipitation, intensity, duration, aerial distribution, storm patterns, evaporation, evapotranspiration. Some of the physiographic factors is there, watershed characteristics, size, shape, land use, infiltration rate, slope, etc. Then the channel characterization, size, cross section, slope, roughness, channel bed, and drainage pattern and density of the drainage of the area of which we consider. So then, as far as the surface runoff is concerned, so that we can classify it into the overland runoff, channel flow, and overland flow and channel flow. We can see that what's happening within the watershed. Rainfall exceeds soil infiltration capacity fills and surface depression, and water fills over downslope as overland flow. Eventually, the streams they're converting it as channel flow. Surface runoff generated either rainfall or melting of snow or glacier. We can measure as per runoff concerned channel measure using uh, different methods. We can measurement H flume or automatic water stage recorder. So using that one measure the runoff or location of the streams or river concern. What is if you consider the various runoff mechanisms, then runoff precipitation runoff takes place, infiltration excess or excess overland flow, that is called unsaturated overland flow. That so occurs when rate of rainfall on the surface exceeds the rate at which water can infiltrate to the ground and any depression storage has directly been filled. So that is called Hotonians or unsaturated overland flow. Then the second mechanism is saturation excess overland flow. When soil is saturated and depression storage filled and rain continues to fall, rainfall will immediately produce a surface runoff. That is also called saturation rain excess overland flow. And the antecedent and it depends upon the runoff depends on the antecedent soil moisture condition. Soil retains a degree of moisture and after rainfall residual, and water moisture affects the soil infiltration capacity. So depending upon the antecedent soil moisture condition, next rainfall takes place. So whether the faster rainfall or slow rainfall taking place. So finally subsurface and return flow, that is called through flow. After water infiltrated into soil, some water may flow laterally into the soil. It is called exfiltration out of the soil. This is called crosses channels. Finally it will be the part of the runoff. Various surface runoff is there, mechanisms is there as far as the precipitation to the runoff consumption. Finally, steps of hydrological modeling. What is the steps in delineate the watershed and obtain the identify the different hydrologic processes. We can obtain the hydrological and geographic data and select modeling approaches as per as the various hydrological concern and various quantities, and calibrate and go for calibrate and verification. Use the particular models as for the assessment and prediction and precipitation to the runoff concern, and we can use for models discussing about that various models to the next assessment. What happens land use and land cover is changed, that we have to assess. Then we can go for prediction models for given the rainfall condition, how the trending takes place, and then we can go for design also for 10-year storms or 10-year storm takes place. So thank you very much, and Thiessen method is that find into the average rainfall. So there's a determination of n. Here I said the water balance method we discussed and Lacey's method also finding out the transpiration. A watertight tank, a cylindrical shape having dia about 2 meter and depth about 3 meters vertically in the ground. This is the lysimeter. One small dia, it means cylindrical having dia about 2 meter and depth about 3 meters placed vertically in the ground. The tank is filled with a sample of soil. We are filling just the sample soil, and the bottom of the tank consists of stand layer and pan for collecting the surplus water. The conserved use of water is measured by the amount of water required by satisfactory growth plants in the tanks. This is the method. Per field experiment methods, we know that we can find it with the this one. This one we can say that transpiration. And the soil moisture study, several plots of land are selected where irrigation water is. Soil moisture study is very important. How the soil moisture for irrigation purposes is very important to study the soil moisture. The soil samples are taken from different depths at the root zone of the plants before and after irrigation. That soil samples we can take the different root zone of the plants before and after irrigation. Then water contents of the soil sample are determined by laboratory test. The depth of the water removed from soil determined by dr is equal to rho w dr 100. Dr is equal to depth of the water removed in meter, and density is equal to percentage of water content, and w is specific rate of soil. D is equal to depth of soil in meter. So the total quantity of water removed in 30 days period is calculated. The total quantity of water removed in 30 days period is calculated. Then a curve of water consumption versus time is prepared. From this curve, the water consumption variability can be calculated. Penman monetized method is also one of the important equations that we discussed. So this one very important parameter. Then infiltration, this all we studied about in factors affecting infiltration, phi index, W index, everything we discussed in that initial stage. So the measurement of infiltration, that flooding time and rainfall similarity type, this we discussed in that. And flooding type infiltrometer, how it is works, that is simple infiltrometer, and the metal cylinder for 25 to